gosh. Hello, everyone. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, my God. No. Oh, she's actually fine.
You told me not to die, so I hit my key bind. Hello, everybody. I'm a bit out of it today, but I persist.
It seems that everyone's dying today. But hi, Lion, hi, Pete, hi, Red Reaper, hi, Wolviron, hi, Bubbleen. Hi, Axe. Howdy do.
I'm glad everybody enjoyed the thunder picture.
It's pretty quality stuff.
Also, yes, thank you, everybody. This is our affiliate anniversary, apparently.
Yes.
I don't remember if it's our 1 year or 2 year anniversary of being affiliate, but it has been an amount of years.
Hey, 7 stream streak, that's wild.
Hell yeah. To be fair, we've kind of had things come up on Saturdays 2 weeks in a row now, so it's easier to keep up that streak.
Chance.
Sighs wistfully and looks into the distance.
Everyone's always fawning over this horse, and they're right too.
They are so right too. Yeah, thank you everybody for giving me pizza money every 2 months, because that's about how much that really amounts to in our current state. And I appreciate you all, and I love y'all. Stick around for a bit, then you need to finish finals. Oh boy, good luck!
Everyone is terminally busy.
Maybe this will mean we'll win in the case, because everybody in the case is too busy.
Hezworth just doesn't show up after the recess. He just went home.
Edgeworth climbs out the fucking bathroom window.
I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
I've got to get out of here.
It's good. It's
I
good.
was getting up from my chair for an unrelated reason, and I realized, oh, this is great.
What? That's awesome, dear.
Alright, the bailiff's ready to drag him back! You can't make me go!
God!
You cannot do this to me!
It's pretty funny clues. Get right down to it. Well, let's see if all of these things... Good lord. A new EULA for being able to play this game, I guess.
Oh, fuck. The end user license atonement.
Yeah. Probably just saying some shit like, yeah, we can, like, revoke your soul at any moment if we want to. And then you have to, if we don't say that you can buy it back, then you're fucked.
Just so you know, we are charging you extra now.
Yeah.
We have double charged you for this game for no reason.
Yep. Alright, let's get in it. It's time to start accusing innocent people.
Yay!
Because from our perspective, it's pretty obvious that the sheriff here is on the other side of the conspiracy that got Saul Goodman.
Yep.
But nobody in the universe seems to know that, so alas. February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Ladies and gentlemen, this is courtroom number 9.
The judge will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Emma didn't even come back.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? Never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Yeah, no, that's Miss Oldbig who's been described like that.
God. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? Desperado's souls as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English.
Everyone's so fucking tired of this case already. Witness testimony. Day of the crime.
My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, my room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
That sounds so fucking suspicious.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers?
Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines, or with following orders.
Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble.
The judge hates cowboys. He is the opposite of Josh.
His least favorite genre of movie is the Western.
Okay, Miss Valentine, he's all yours.
Cross-examination. Day of the crime.
If you kill him in this court right now, you will not be charged for a crime.
Hates his cowbussy.
Cowbussy.
But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
Desperados I know join the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
This is gonna be so French fry and keyhole, isn't it? Just to try and parse what he's saying.
There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired?
Lord.
So if I'm trying to remember...
He's suspicious. I'm suspicious of him for fucking something.
Wasn't this his handprint?
I believe so.
Right, we did like the check and it turned out that like this was his print. Or like one of the prints on the other places.
I think so.
So I think that's probably what they want us to do. Let's keep pressing. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism?
Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a back works.
That's quite, incredible.
Wouldn't even be able to tell you how a fucking inclined plane works. You know, a simple machine.
Uh-huh.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that you mentioned it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
What were you doing in a place like that?
I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak lunches can be that parlor's Vognoli Scipio pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
That's strange. This is usually
Really
where
funny.
Edgeworth says.
Did you not want a raise this year?
Oh, spaghetti western.
Hey. Okay, so... I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Also, yes, I am Bunny.
It's so fucking bougie.
I very much am. You smiled.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so... Let's just see if that is what they want. Like, okay, look, like... He says he wasn't there. We say he was there.
I'm putting you down,
Nope.
putting you up, putting you down, putting you up, putting you up. Whee!
It would just be too rational for this game. Okay.
They don't want that french fry in the keyhole.
I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Oh, right. Where's, this? Except that's Meekins. Is all sevens his number? I'd hazard a guess that it is.
Yeah. It would be just his luck.
Yeah.
The unstable jar, dear.
Yeah, it's one of those.
What if we just, like, gave up?
Oh, okay, yay. Or is it this one, which was his handprint?
Why is it the Sybil jar?
same colors as her.
I guess.
But it's all wrong, though, because Sybil is bottom heavy, not top heavy.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, Babeline, the unstable jar. It's the unstable jar.
Yeah. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Distance don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Apparently your superiors don't. Okay. Well, let's try this. No. What evidence is even relevant to what's happening here?
I do not know. Forgot my room light was on. I typically enjoy to be in the dark with it's such a contradictory statement given I'm afraid of the dark, but like I like not having my room light on. Having the light of my computer in my closet on instead.
Doing okay, Axe. I'm just stumped about it because it's been a week since last stream, so I do not remember like what evidence we even have that's been linked to him.
You want to watch the entire video again?
Okay.
This music is kind of funny with it.
The villainous blue badger.
I do just want to say, like, conceptually, the idea of the security camera swiveling around instead of just being, like, wide angle is, like, kind of funny. It feels so contrived.
Uh-huh.
Just to allow for there to be tension. The most fascinating thing is not seeing them, like, leave.
Yeah.
It's not really relevant right now, but shrug. I just thought it'd be funny by asking to see the video again. The game is gonna show us that a million times anyway.
Yeah, I just... This doesn't have anything, like... Unfortunately, there's no button that lets me... like, flip it inside out and then see what fingerprint is smushed onto the inside of it.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah, right? Like, we have the glove. But don't worry about it, I guess.
You could make some evidence out of this, no doubt.
Is it meant to be like this, and then we like pin him to the it? Is it like this? Awaga!
I
Officer
guess.
Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Okay, I've just been called to get my dinner. I'm going to go grab that, and then I will be back.
Eat real good, partner. Is Marshall saying this to you?
Yeah, have a good dinner, partner. You're gonna need it.
Oh, I hope everybody's doing well. My stomach is fighting the war right now. I ate 4 slices of pizza before stream. Stomach kinda hurty. Tired. Yeah, it seems like everybody's tired today. Flexing my writing muscles a little bit before I shower. Don't know if I'll share, but it's been a fun exercise. Hell yeah. You know, Wright just been trying to kill time. Well, I hope we've been helpful in killing time. Just devoured 2 sandwiches. May I ask what was on those sandwiches? May I ask? Cheese and bacon, only the finest? That sounds really good. Cheese and bacon.
Salisbury steak, dear, with a mushroom gravy and mashed potato.
Oh, that sounds good. That's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna look out for when I go grocery shopping.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm. Need to practice drawing more, so I got more brushes and Clip Studio as well. Well, hell yeah.
Boy.
Meanwhile, I can't remember the last time I added a new brush to CSP. I've been using the same line art brush for 5 years. Dear, I love you.
I love you, oh my gosh. Also, Bubbly, would you at least, reveal to us the subject of your writing?
I'm interested. Even if I might not, like, read it right away. If
I
you
mean,
were to
even if
share
you don't
it,
want to
but,
share
like,
it in full, just...
yeah, the general nature of it.
Yeah, what is the subject of it?
It's a fanfic of something that's kind of embarrassing, not because it's lewd, but just because it's the kind of thing that people are usually immediately turned away by. Or to use a turn of phrase, it's cringe. Do you know who you're talking to, Bubbly? Do you know who you're in the Twitch chat of us two who are all about going in on our creativity and love and desires to, like, improve upon certain source materials? And we're basically doing a ton of, like, what if Marvel was good fan fiction with the Toothverse, you know?
Yeah, it's just the uncertainty is that the other 10 people in chat will be so kind.
Ah, fuck them. We'll just ban them if they're rude. I will not make fun of you, Bubbleen. We will not make fun of you. Yeah. And if people in here give you shit for talking about it, then we're gonna time them out. So that's a promise from everybody else, too. You won't make fun of her. We won't let you. It's all about creativity and encouragement here. There's this old Pokemon horror story called Strangled Red that tells the story of a ROM hack that takes place before the events of Pokemon Red.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm following. You play as the former champion, and in it you play as the former champion Steven, and he has this Charmander named Miki.
Mikey, awesome.
Put Mickey Jackson in the freezer. He clearly loves and is statistically better than normal Charmanders, even evolves into Charizard super early at level 25.
Wowie.
So this is how like NPCs get these illegally early evolved Pokemon. They love them so much.
They just love them more than you. You, the player,
Yeah.
are a bad person.
This is not poking fun at, like, your thing. It's just like me making a connection. It's the championship easily sweeps the rival character Steven's brother Mike. I'm glad you get it. Hi, Tex. After the championship battle, Mike asked Steven to trade Miki to him for a sec so he can complete his Pokedex. Oh god, does he steal him?
No.
Oh no. This is where the horror part begins. Something goes wrong with the trade and Miki doesn't survive. No!
I'm the Aaron Paul screaming gif right now.
Something about the process kills her.
That's
Gosh. Yeah, that is quite fucked. Again, Aaron Paul screaming gif. It's actually clever about it. In the story, the game freezes with a loud snap, forcing the player to reset the game. Oh god. Like, I can feel how, like, fucking, that would make me feel as, like, the player holding the console, you know? Or, you know, at the computer. Just, like, suddenly hearing a loud noise when the game stops working would fucking shake me to my core.
Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely the, you know... It is the terror of the playground bully that yanks out the link cable mid-trade to delete your Pokemon.
Yeah. They reboot, the new game option is gone, leaving only continue, which when selected brings with it a message 1 year later. Oh god. This is involved. Like, this is like a really, like, involved. Like, how have I never heard of this, actually? I should say that. I feel like I've never heard of this, like... Is it a ROM hack or a horror story? Horror story. I'm surprised I haven't heard of the... Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't heard of this. Like, there's, like, so many other, like, Pokemon, like, creepypastas and such, and yet this one feels really involved, and, like, I'm surprised I haven't heard about it. Well, whatever you're fanficking about it, I think this is something really cool to, like, work off of. Completely fallen into the present. He threw away his Pokedex, his badges, his bag, everything. Hair has grown unkempt. He's a wreck. His death apparently messed him up. Wild Pokemon ignore him. All anyone has to say are worthless platitudes. Gosh. It gets kind of iffy, and this is where the fic I'm writing picks up. It's sort of a fix-it fic. Ooh, I see. Faux fiction. Rather, I mean, I know you're a fan, but like the like whole like fixing it type of fan fiction is some. It's like, I think it's funny when it's called faux fiction. I mean, that's kind of what Ford's basically sparked from. It's just, let's fix this and make it better. Except missing, no one uses it to revive Miki at Pokemon Tower, bringing her back as some messed up zombie. Player loses control of Steven entirely. This is giving me like Pet Cemetery vibes. And they come back wrong.
Is this like an origin story for Buried Alive? That old creepypasta? Okay, no, it's different. Okay.
Pallet Town's house. Mike's sleeping and stops at the side. Mike. It is a little funny that Miki and Mike are both names in this. I keep like mixing them up.
Mikey from the TMNT.
God. Player can only open the menu, which has 4 options. Status switch, close, and strangle. Goodness gracious.
I'll let you finish telling this before I continue so we don't cut you off.
Yeah.
Dear,
Hmm?
your Thunder art is based. My fantasy is based.
Gosh. Hella. I'm really happy with it. Selecting it, Steven says goodbye and the console goes snap again and resets. Active beginning with only new games selectable. I think the implication is that using Missing Note fed off Steven's grief over Miki and warped his subconscious anger at Mike for indirectly causing her death. Gosh. That's... goodness. I can see where you'd want to fanfic that, though. Like, I can see where you can, like, see that idea and you want to, like, improve upon and go, you know. I think that is, like... But, Blean, you have nothing to be embarrassed about. That is fucking, like... I encourage you. I actively encourage you to flex those writing muscles.
Let's not forget the fucking source material that I decided to make a fix-it fic for.
Yeah. Our friend Vanny's considering making a fan fiction for a Frankenstein.
Gay Frankenstein.
Yeah. What if Frankenstein but gay? So
Yeah.
I genuinely, fan fiction is not cringy. I think that, like, you should purge that word from your vocabulary when trying to describe your creative works, because you are coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
You are putting creativity into the world. Doesn't matter the quality, you're putting new things in the world that weren't there before. Fix it, Fic, I'm writing is basically, what if on the day where Steven would have gotten missing now, Mike has a heart-to-heart with him, holds him back
True
from
ending
despair.
unlocked.
I wanna see the true ending.
This is
The best
literally
ending.
what we are doing with Solitarobo and Moonchaser.
Yeah, this is like the true, the good, the positive ending. I wanna see it. I wanna see it.
Fortocock.
This is like, I like that. I like that, Bubbleen. I encourage. I support.
Wait, why 4 like the number?
Well, there's 4 of them, dear. There's 4 Tilcocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
whoa,
there's
that
your
thing you
reminder
posted
to
is funny.
never apologize.
Uh-huh.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. Pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
Hawaga! I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
What's this? What is the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene.
The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall?
It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
Also referring to Edgeworth. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
Witness testimony. Blood-stained fingerprints.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
To be fair, it being a coincidence does not seem necessarily out of the possibility of this game.
The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it.
He's hiding something in his flask.
Huh.
Liar
Whiskey.
juice.
Oh.
It's the liquid that makes you tell lies and only lies.
So then, what about the bloody handprint?
Wasn't mine. It's no mystery. But please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints.
What?
Just please explain. No.
No.
Happy birthday! Wow, it's not our birthday! Yay!
Our birthdays are not Viola's birthday's at the end of the month, and mine is at the start of next month.
Uh-huh.
Save the date, November 30th for Viola's birthday and December 2nd for mine.
It just so happened.
The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. You're one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. Wanna know why?
Nah, actually, I'm done.
Unrelated?
They're as different as night and day. They're kind of like cereal and cereal. One's got to
that's
do
right,
with
really
breakfast,
funny, Japanese.
while the other's a type of murder. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. That's a homophones, Phoenix, but don't worry about it.
Oh, minor spelling mistake, die.
Yeah. I caused him to take damage by correcting him on homonyms versus homophones.
It really does feel a bit like, Phoenix is literally in the minor spelling mistake I win situation. He has to be fucking perfect.
Uh-huh.
He cannot make one mistake or else he's fucking done for.
Your minor spelling mistake will be ridiculed in chat. I'm not sorry. Die.
I think this is how we got the word gravy, because it was like grane or something, and then it inexplicably changed to v. Presumably because of like typo errors. I think.
Maybe?
Might be completely
How do you know that?
wrong.
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
There was a bloodstain at the scene thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion.
Can't let him squirm out of this one. We've got to find something. Something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime.
Oh, also I found it. Gravy is thought to is arrived from Old French grave, a claimed misspelling of grane, stew, spice, from grain, spice. So grane, at some point, somebody misspelled it as glave, and then it became gravy.
Huh.
Allegedly, a claimed misspelling. It hardly says that with any confidence.
Yeah.
Linguistic facts. Linguistic maybes.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Did I press this one? Okay, I did. Hmm.
I got a comment on the picture of Thunder saying you should give him a pair of pavises. Pavises? They're like big shields.
Yeah, they're like shields that you specifically prop up so that you can have your hands free.
Hmm.
Huh.
Acolyte! Gravely default. Hi, Ease. I summoned this bunny and this tiny squirrel with the mention
Yeah.
of gravy.
Huh. Funny how that works. Anyways.
I know one of them's Canadian, so I guess it's the poutine.
Oh, of course, of course.
I don't even know how much you like poutinis.
But this is
I know
found on
Junie
a
does,
bloody
but-
handprint left in the evidence room on Gumshoe's locker. Right? Or am I misremembering this
Why?
entirely? Like, this is the
No,
bloody
I'm
handprint, and this is
I'm
Gumshoe's
90%
locker,
Sure.
not
Yeah, I'm
Marshall's
99%
locker,
Sure that's
which is way over here.
99% sure that's Gumshoe's locker that the bloody handprint is on.
Right? So then, that doesn't make much sense. Why would your hands be all over Gumshoe's locker?
What are you not telling us about you and Gumshoe? Also, hell yeah, you love
Ayo,
poutine.
gay?
I got that right. Gay shoe? Do it for the gay?
Mhm. Hmm.
Richard homosexual boo. Poutine dispenser here. Oh, pudding. I see. Like funny engineer.
Yeah. I spray him in the eyes.
Oh fuck! I'm the murderer.
The spray that makes you confess to murder.
Not even if the confession is true, it just makes you confess.
Gosh.
actually was a really bad visual novel on the DS where you could pepper spray anyone.
Uh-huh. So unfortunately, Mr. Badger's in the way of where the handprint would be there. But
Which kind of
On the
lends
other
credence to the
side-
idea that it probably wasn't him with the blood.
and there's no visible handprint way over there at Marshall's.
There's been a handprint the entire time on the Blue Badger.
Yeah, that was when Gumshoe was making it, I'm sure.
Although I have this feeling that it's going to become relevant. We would not like.
Hey, wait a
the
finger
Blue
licking a
Badger's-
minute. Dear,
Blue
look at
Badger's
his
central to
look
all
at
of
his
this.
locker in the top left. On the very far when it's at the very far side.
Okay.
No cloth.
Did it have a cloth before?
Yeah, look at it this time.
Just invert my gaze. Oh.
Someone opened your locker during the security video.
Huh.
Presumably, you.
Yeah.
Now I just need to find the evidence to actually present here.
So I feel like it's a little too early to just be able to say, hey,
Like... Yeah, let's just start putting the French fry into things, okay? A four-till clock?
four-tail clock.
Nope. Not that early.
We're a little too smart, dear.
Uh-huh. Or is it that I have to present the security system? No. The issue of Ace Attorney is when you are too smart for the writers,
Yeah.
and you have to act stupid instead. Now, he could open the locker in question. He could open the Goodman's locker because it was already open before that point, propped open with the glove. But with gloves on, he could not have opened his own locker. And I'm just trying to find what the heck we should... How do you prove this?
Sentence him to the cube and then he'll confess.
Oh, okay. Yay. Because, like, what the hell do you present here? Because I can't present the existence of that cloth hanging out of his locker. It's not evidence. Even though that's the damning thing here.
Oh god.
Do I present
We're
the
probably
video
missing
here?
something.
No.
No. Probably missing something obvious. Just because
No, it's.
we're too
I think
smart.
the obvious thing is Colette, just give us a tip. Come on.
Stop dinking your soda and dink us an answer.
Come on. Don't be coy. This is just a bullshit one. Scroll through
all the statements.
I scrolled through all the statements. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. It's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Blood-stained and fingerprint
Well,
are
hey,
completely
wait.
unrelated.
the murderer didn't touch the... That's the last one about the gloves. Oh.
I did press that one. It didn't do anything. I said, how do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up the reports. There's a blood stain on the scene thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
But
However,
how
no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
But we don't see that in the video.
That's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something. Something that ties Officer Marshall to this.
We definitely do not see that in the video. We do not see the murderer place...
It tells us nothing. Oh, press the first one? This useless one? And that's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month?
Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? How do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Apparently, his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker's programming. Must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record, even though they were already in there, but that's okay.
Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
This seal of blood in the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this.
The security tape.
So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Miss Valentine. Please consider carefully where you are going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
What do you mean by
what
that?
What a Columbo villain thing to say.
You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
Vaga! That video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera is panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
As the murderer probably did. We don't have time for your speculations, Miss Valentine.
Well, Miss Valentine, can you show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present? Please, do so now.
Judge, you idiot, how the fuck do you not know what a blind spot is? This is because the judge sees all, I guess, and he chooses to not say anything about this.
Well, no, it's because he was raised in court, remember?
Oh, right,
He was born
true.
and raised in baby court, and then kindergarten court, and first grade and second grade court, etc., and now he's in adult court.
Yeah.
Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
My guy has no object permanence. Tread carefully, Miss Valentine, or you might wind up being the one. I wanted to do that again. Tread carefully, Miss Valentine, or you might wind up. Well, fuck.
Yeah, you might find
That's too
yourself being the one making the mistake.
Thank you.
Well,
Let's roll with it.
let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
Okay.
All aboard Ace Attorney Amusement Park. Whee!
Yay! Yay! Silly Billy, silly Billy! Okay, and pause. And
Happy affiliate anniversary! Attempted murder! Whee!
take that! Bringing
Also,
our
everybody get
attention
your
back to the
Wingwo
security
sillies
camera
in the chat.
is a mistake I'm afraid you'll not soon forget, Officer Marshall.
The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. Oh, big! Dear, it's big!
It's large.
This is the world's biggest whoop. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
Caught in 4K.
That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. In agonizingly slow fashion. Judge, how's the weather been? How are you doing? We have some time to kill. While we travel backwards 3 times. Aha!
Oh, white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Goodness.
Mods! It would seem that I don't hold your horses. Sorry, partner. You got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? Doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
Drop dead.
The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why's everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
This guy is just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. Chad, he doesn't know.
Chatty doesn't know.
I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah? I call you bluff. You say you open that locker? Now prove it.
Okay. Take that, bitch.
Fingerprint sensor?
He's genuinely nervous.
We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
There.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say? In 8 words or less.
Gonna give us 9 words.
I only got 1 word for you, partner.
1, 2, 3,
No!
6, 7, 8. How many words was the sentence before no?
Mods!
Oh, chat, you have to count for us.
Witness, explain yourself.
What was Gumshoe saying? I was too busy staring at his gorilla-like chest.
That was 8 before. He gave us. I was right. I was right. He gave us 9 words.
That's fucked.
In 8 words or less, I'll give you 9.
If this is a joke, it's the worst I ever heard.
I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
Olay, please answer the question.
Why did he say that?
What is he now, a bullfighter? That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Miss Valentine has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
Naturally, he was in the locker.
You
Take that!
open it.
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman.
But that's preposterous! Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
Awaga! May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
When?
Yes. It was really funny.
He went, hee.
First time Meekins has ever laughed and felt joy in his life.
Well, he is a part of the generation that must be told what to do.
God, it's true.
Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beer, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Miss Valentine, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. It seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
Marshall,
This can't
do
be
you
happening.
know what series you're in? Circumstantial evidence is all we work on.
It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Ah.
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me.
Phoenix. Viola, try thinking outside of the box.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, what exactly is this piece of cloth?
It's a fucking muffler!
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. Don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open the locker.
You know what I really love is when Edgeworth just decides to just help you. Edgeworth is like, my curiosity is too intense for this.
Nothing on his person suggests that, I don't think. Like...
Not in those.
It wasn't...
So we know about the glove.
I mean, could it have been related to the glove?
It's got blood on his shoulder.
Yeah, he does have blood on his shoulder. I don't know if that's
Is it
relevant or not.
possible? Is it possible that's not a white cloth? That is the suit stuffed haphazardly into it.
I think you might be onto something, dear.
I don't have confidence that what I'm saying is like perfectly right, but I think it might be like the right track.
I don't think there's anything
You
else
know,
we can present but that stain on his shoulder. Because he
I mean,
doesn't, because observe, dear, that he does not have the stain on his shoulder here.
Wait, hang on,
his-
go. That's
See?
just the button on the. This is the
Yeah,
button
I
on
mean,
the
especially
coat.
if we
Okay.
were to go all the way back.
Oh, true.
It makes it quite obvious that he
Abundantly
does
clear.
not have a blood stain on his shoulder, as you can see right there. So the blood stain
Yeah.
got there specifically from Officer Meekin's hand.
And also, sort of for a meta reason, the fact that they are talking so much about how it wasn't planned. It was not a planned use of the locker. So because he did not plan.
Oh, fuck,
to get
no! Fuck. Okay. Okay, so I thought I clicked on the
Task
wrong
failed
part.
successfully?
I guess.
You really want to know the reason I had to open my locker?
Why?
So I could stuff you in there.
Okay, yeah, no, I fucked it up.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, it can be stored. Evidence room. Yeah, whatever.
You get another shot though, right?
Yeah, I just... Fuck me. Oh my god, come on, man. I just forgot to move my mouse! Come on, man! Like, come the fuck on, dude.
Marshall just called you in there.
Good lord.
Alright.
We need like a double fast forward for this.
Press enter twice.
Okay. There.
Thank you, Blue Badger, for moving your head out of the way at just the right moment.
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet.
Yeah.
Still
However,
working on a motive.
something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker.
Not bad, partner.
Soiled it. Soiled it.
I figured it out. We're onto something.
Yeah, you were so smart. You figured it out before me. This is the incredible power that you possess, dear.
Yay! God, I'm genuinely actually quite proud of that.
Yes, because you're really smart, and I kiss you, and I kiss you, and I kiss you, and I kiss you.
You son.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Miss Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we?
Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
Alright. It seems the time has come.
Witness testimony. Marshall's confession.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out, and I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
Well,
So the supposed...
So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
It was way too much blood for such a small donation.
yeah, but like, isn't there a lot of blood vessels and a lot of blood?
Cross-examination. Marshall's confession. Well, dear, let us also remember,
Also, dear, sorry, I have a small non sequitur request.
Oh, okay.
Can you make my talk spray a little bigger? Just like to kind of drag it down a little bit. So that same height, but just slightly bigger. Or the same height relative to you.
You'd have to be, like, down here with how short you are compared to me.
God.
Remember,
Sorry, I was
dear,
just like thinking about that.
died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Remember that Goodman wasn't stabbed in the parking garage. He was just moved there. Which means
so then
that
where
the
the fuck was he murdered?
He was murdered there at 4:20 p.m., I'm sure.
Goodness.
Everyone always forgets that I'm 6'4". Why does no
Yeah.
one believes me when I say I'm 6'4"? They picture me as being fucking 5-foot baby.
I bask in Viola's 6'4"-ness.
Uh-huh. When you say it, you mean
Even how to ask, partner.
the SL9 incident.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over.
What did you hope to accomplish by
Gonna make it
sneaking into the
SL10.
evidence room?
When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine.
But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
That day was my last chance. That's why
Well, why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident.
Having to actually take a drink when he was doing that animation is funny. That really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report.
I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot.
ID card, I found that it was left there by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off?
Well, let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. Didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins. There certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Anyway, he threw himself at me and ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way, with me knocking him out and everything.
And by the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out, and...
So you did your research beforehand.
Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
What was Officer Meekins doing during that time?
Bleeding out?
What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day...
But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates that a crime took place.
What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me. And I'm not dead yet, partner.
But you are!
It pulls out a gun.
Edgeworth, the case was 2 years ago. You gotta let go.
Disappears.
Edgeworth is now at home. He has been hallucinating this whole time.
He wakes up in bed in a cold sweat.
Ooh!
Anyway.
So, you stole the evidence from the locker.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, why not?
But what? Why not?
but why? What do we do? But why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer? This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution.
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why?
Well, that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. Every year, on my birthday. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. Here's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at the files. Alrighty.
Jark.
Over on page 4, Investigation Task Force. Awaga! Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned here in a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall?
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago,
Well,
he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor?
You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Why the fuck would anyone ever be mean to me? What the fuck? Bubbleen, why would anyone ever be mean to me? Anyway.
He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. He was killed, and the case fell right into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother.
Okay, so it is his
What?
hair. It's finally been revealed. That's his hair. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police.
Oh my god, that was him that's him in the corner.
That's him in the background, losing his religion. Or in the spotlight. Fuck, I mucked it up. Oh, everyone's gonna kill me with hammers now. Fuck.
Well, opens door. You're
The
waiting
group
for
out
you,
of
dear.
detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer.
Slenderman.
Joe Doc. My brother fought Doc and was killed. That was the first time Doc left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Doc. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Chance? It's got to be more than just that.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, then that means the murder in the prosecutor office's parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Awaga! But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial!
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But...
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
It seems to me this boy's got the jaw on you, partner.
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
That's not a word.
I rest my case.
It seems the trial has reached its conclusion. There is no room for doubt.
Well done, Miss Valentine. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake, but I didn't realize. I would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, The time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Oh, hi. Your Honor, wait.
Emma?
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right?
Miss Valentine, are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? Oh, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
Something tells me this is going to take longer than 3 minutes. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So, did you find something?
No.
Huh?
Sorry. Guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
And I'm just an attorney.
But Miss Valentine, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If you can't find something wrong with them. Please, Miss Valentine, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
Time's up. Now then, Miss Valentine, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Miss Valentine, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Miss Valentine. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? There is a problem. Because let's look at the video, dear, right?
Yeah, because this is what I was saying earlier. The blue badger was in front of it.
The blue badger was directly in front of it. So that blood stain was there before 5:15.
Was that when, do we know that's when the blue badger was placed there?
The blue badger was placed there by Officer Meekins at 4:50. Which means that, say, 4:20, when all Sevens was smoking big doinks in evidence, that is when the murder actually happened.
We got it! We got it!
I object. Awaga! This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Miss Valentine.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Would
Yes.
I object to be I a wog in this context?
I awag!
Iowa?
Yeah. Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? Means something hasn't been drawn on there.
Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
The Blue Badger is central to all of this!
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Miss Valentine.
With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use.
The question is, what item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Take that!
What about that piece of plywood?
The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Explain yourself, Miss Valentine.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here.
So?
So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well?
Well, what?
Oh!
That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
What?
Oh my god, you got the wind blasted onto him.
Put this man in the air tunnel.
So that means... just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Miss Valentine, think it through scientifically.
Emma.
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
Ah, so that means this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
And it may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this
Oh,
tape,
now the judge is
taken
calling
by the
bullshit.
security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. Let's just watch the rest of this, I guess. Okay.
I just like it.
Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. Hi, Afterglow Ampharos. I hope you're not the one would have been.
Bringing light to your blood!
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but this bird isn't wielding a leak.
Thank you for the raid.
Uh-huh. How's everyone doing tonight? Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
That's ridiculous! I refuse to accept your absurd claim!
Awaga! The murderer portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? as Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder
It's gonna
took
be the
place.
timetable, right?
There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
Mr. Edgeworth, please stop banging the desk. It's very expensive.
I presume that if you do not cease this course of action, there will become a depression formed in the desk, which will be quite expensive to repair. So I implore you to not.
Right. I mean, it's either this or the autopsy report, which says that it could have happened at 4 p.m. But this is more precise with the timing, so take that! If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record.
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at...
Let's see, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy.
Drop the act, witness. Doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have had 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
Well, that would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other
Doing it
card
in
number
10 minutes?
remaining. 777-7777.
Doing it in 10 minutes? Preposterous. Doing it in 20 minutes? Yeah, no, yeah, that's unquestioned.
I mean, it is twice as long.
It's just like funny to me.
Yeah.
Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. And that's the only plausible explanation. He went in with sevens.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 7777777. 7.
That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone of the rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. You don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Awaga! But that's ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Miss Valentine. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge is filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge.
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you kept your slander to yourself.
Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes?
No, not to you. To her, The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 777-7777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing. About that incident. The SL9 incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Lana!
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in the court? Can you look at me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But Lana!
Even if it involved forging evidence.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
No. No!
Mods! 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 Mods!
Lana's remark caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. To be continued.
Goodness. I need to go take the puppies out, so this is a good time for that. Let's all just kind of stew in that.
Let's all just vibe. Oh my gosh, we're all having such a good time together. Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. I will be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how's everyone been doing? How's everyone in chat? Apparently you've recently been saying homina 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 homina, and we didn't have enough mods to stop you. Gaming while listening, and now suddenly the twists and turns of Case 1-5 have gotten people interested. I wonder why. Prosecutors can start a little forgery as a treat. I'm glad that everyone has been having a good time. It is always quite a lot of fun to get to do these streams for everyone. Get to do all these funny voices. I hope that, you know, across this and mystery dungeon and all that, then the voice acting which has been on display, which I provided for the stream, has been good enough for y'all. Murder is the only thing that's illegal in Japanifornia, after all. I was about to go shower. I was thinking, like, man, that was an awfully quick shower of yours, Bubbling. But no, it was just the plot was too good. The murder plot, that is. Oh, have a good one. Oh my gosh.
There's a murder afoot. You may be able to shower, but you won't be able to wash the blood off of your hands from the guilt that you feel from this terrible crime which has been committed.
Okay, Smiles? I can wash my body, but never cleanse my soul. Smiles. The warmth of the water is powerless in the face of my cold, dead heart, after all. I'm glad that we're all on the same page about this, Bubbling. 99% of bacteria, 0% of guilt. Oh, but I'm not done yet. If you order right now, we'll give you double the sentence. You'll have a turnabout on your freshness with cord clean. Even a judge this clueless would recommend this brand. You can clearly understand why it's so superior to the leading brand. Why use conditioner when the only condition I'm worried about is my conviction status? Towels can dry my body, but never the tears of the victim's loved one. We can keep going with this all night if we gotta chat. God. But I can't get back here soon enough, let me tell you. God. Uh. Clean and comfort may apply to my body and skin, but never to the heavy burden which rests on my mind. Good Lord. Y'all got much planned going on for like tonight after all this? I gotta take care of some like clerical work and some sketches and stuff that I owe. And also Monday Night Football, which is gonna be a whole thing. Yeah. We're going to see just how afraid I should be of the Eagles versus Lions game that's happening next Sunday night. Speaking of, yeah, Sunday Night Football next week is sure to provoke another 3 years of the Three Houses discourse for some reason. The shampoo runs thick through my hair, much like the blood of the victims through the streets of Japanifornia. Oh boy. I hope that Memo did not have to go do a bunch of other things immediately afterwards. She isn't entirely in character for things that could be, things that can happen to her when she says she's just gonna go let the dogs out for a second. She's not. She's not. I wish that she was back, but she's fucking. I don't know where she is, dude.
Okay.
Oh, oh my gosh.
I heard you even on my headphones and I heard that.
Oh.
I was taking the dogs out.
I know it's just you were taking. The doggies were out for a long time. We are running out of creative banter. Look at all the work that Bubbleen has been doing.
Hang on, I'll read that as after I explain. So for one, I bit my thumbnail a bit too much, so I need to get a band-aid first. And then it's now cold enough that we have to bundle up before we go outside. I mean, I could have gone outside in just my hoodie, but it would have been very cold. So I gotta get my jacket, and I gotta get my scarf, and I
gotta scarf it down.
My hat.
Your muffler, per se.
True. And then from there, the dogs did just kind of wander around a little bit. They wandered, and in particular, Stella really wanted to pee in the neighbor's yard. I guess to mark her territory or something. And you know, Charlie really likes to walk around while he poops. So that takes a while. He really likes to take the scenic route on the toilet.
Yeah.
So that's why that took a little while.
Guys.
Hang on. Okay, when does it start? When does Bubbleen's mastery start?
Around when Nak says murder.
Can wash my body but never cleanse my soul. The warmth of the water is powerless in the face of my cold, dead heart. The soap will kill 99% of germs, but 0% of my guilt. Have a turnabout on here, freshness with court clean. I use conditioner when the only condition I'm worried about is my conviction status. Our judge has no object permanence, but even he knows which conditioner is best for his beard. The towel can dry my body, but never the tears of the victim's loved ones. God, that's like fucking morbid. Good lord.
Yeah.
This body says clean and comfort, but offers none of the later to my heavy mind. God. The shampoo runs thick through my hair, much like the blood of the victims through the streets of Japanifornia. The conditioner bottle reads silky smooth, but my trial will be anything but. Is Memo back in and burning out of these? Awesome! Really good work.
Yeah.
I also had an idea.
What is your idea?
I was thinking of potential Cloud9 villains or nemesis. I was thinking, if I didn't want to do like your category 5 idea for like a nemesis that just kind of has like similar powers to her, I thought of a gravity based like hero who can like raise or lower the gravity of objects at will, including just turning their gravity off. I think that would be a very interesting way to dispel Marcia's powers.
Yeah,
because
did you
like
have
oh
this
they
idea
could.
before?
Yes, I believe I did. I think I was thinking of one of the characters from My Hero Academia. It's like I really want to do something with that power and save it from My Hero Academia. And I don't think we have people with telekinesis like Junkyard and fucking Poltergeist, but I don't think we have any in which it is directly like affecting the gravity of an object, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like imagining them like
remember talking about someone with the power to like turn off the gravity for something and then just kind of send them like floating off just by pushing them, and how the usual suspects would have to like get like creative with fighting them.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it would be an interesting thing for Marcia to have to grapple with. Especially because like I'm imagining almost it being like something that they can use to make her clouds go away. If like it can like kind of cause the cloud to just kind of dissipate or stop floating or something. It would be interesting. I'm thinking that would be a pretty suitable power for like a nemesis.
Well,
So that's something to think about.
day 3 investigation, dear. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Valentine and Co. Law offices.
I'm so sorry, Miss Valentine. Sorry for what my sister said.
Drastic. That's that. We.
French.
Oui, oui.
Oui. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
So that means you...
Yeah. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming. Quick, what do you think of this? It's my attorney's badge!
Well, I've never seen a real one before.
You're the first one who's actually been impressed in mine, believe me.
Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit.
She analyzed it. Scientifically.
Doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'll give you $50 for it.
Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet.
Anyway.
So anyways...
It happened 2 years ago. It was right around this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for that season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. And suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Joe Dark.
Seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. Before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then,
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. Oh my gosh, wait, hang on. The opening cinematic to this case also featured a thunderstorm with lightning flashing at an opportune time. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture? What did you see in the instant that crime occurred?
Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl, and his hair is shaped like an onion!
This Suleiman. don't remember what happened after that. Apparently, I passed out. Emma looks older in this picture rather than younger.
It's fascinating.
When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much. And then they sent me to the wrong room in the courthouse.
They sent me to Invisible Court, and I was the only one not invisible.
Everyone, it was really embarrassing. Like, oh, fuck, dude.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago. It's been 14. That's understandable. I mean, whose art is that good at that age?
Not even mine. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime.
You made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
So it's true. Even though you may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did. Especially not to Emma. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? And not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor?
Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department. I tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective offices in the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. So her dressing like that is not a prosecutor thing. That's just a Lana Skye thing.
God.
Whole character seems to be entirely surrounded in relationship to her sister and her almost murder, but that's not really a personality.
Well, her
I feel like
entire personality is that she likes to say the word science. Well, that's
she's got-
okay, because she only shows up for one case, and that's exactly as much characterization as they
forget about
needed
her.
from her.
Also, I'm like so mad at my brain right now because I'm accidentally having like incredible ideas for the Two's first stuff, and I can't write it down
Sad.
because I'm voice acting.
What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Lana used to be a detective? I'd better
Are
have
either of you
another
planning
talk
on
with her.
playing the investigation series?
Probably.
we're gonna figure
after
that
we
out.
play the other games. Sure.
Yeah. So this is a safety thing. Don't spoil anything.
Yeah, please.
Ooh. Hang on, dear. If you give me like 2 or 3 minutes, I'm gonna just like write down the bare bones ideas I'm having so I can think about them later.
Okay, yay! That's fine, because I'm probably about to go to the detention center and have a conversation between two of my characters.
Awesome.
February 24th, detention center, visitor's room. Fuck!
Lana.
Miss Valentine, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we?
But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about that unusual change of jobs. I suppose you have a right to know, Miss Valentine. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
That trial. It really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all the drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
She was amazing. We still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. This is JoJo right here. This is older Joseph Joestar and Lisa.
Oh, okay. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed.
Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
To gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right?
Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. We even had the same office? We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the only ones questioning Drake that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run into the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. Oh my god.
Gosh.
When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During this struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her, after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? That's right. Quite a coincidence, I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance.
That case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
Guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office.
Fucking Mr. Gant's gotta be the fucking mastermind pulling the strings here.
Right? maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. But I think we're gonna have to do that next time, chat.
Gosh.
I hope that you all enjoyed. These are certainly getting juicy, and I think soon enough in our next stream we are really going to actually be able to put together what happened in that evidence room and who was responsible for all of it. We certainly have our suspicions now, don't we? Oh, so I always encourage a friend, Bubbling. Don't you even worry about it.
Uh-huh. I think your idea is very good, Bubbling, and I want you to pursue it.
Correct. That is good and true. Yeah, so... yeah, for now, probably will be able to have a Saturday stream with Leaf Green / Sapphire version. I still gotta figure out how to make a nice looking dual setup between those two, but I will, I assure you, I will. And also, of course, next Monday we will be continuing with this case, and hopefully if everything goes well, within the next couple of weeks we'll be able to have all of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney wrapped up before we have to leave for MFF. So
Gosh,
cool.
I didn't even think about the fact that, well, we have 3 more Mondays.
And there's only 1 more day of investigation and 1 more day of trial, so...
yeah.
here's hoping.
Here is hoping. I hope they don't pull a mystery 4th day on us.
Yeah. That would be against the law, though. Yeah.
Oh, true.
I hope
yeah,
that
the
you...
law always matters in the legal proceedings of these games.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you understand and agree, dear. Yes, I hope that you all have a good day, good night, good week, and a good however long it is until we see each other again. Bye.